why is it that we always covet what we can't have? And that's true in the garden just as much as it is in any other walk of life. If you have a limey soil, unfortunately you can't grow these beauties, the camellias, which come in the lovely whites, reds and pinks. They do like soil with a low pH, which is an acid soil. Now some of the books will say you can work against nature and line a big hole with an ericaceous or acid compost. I don't think so. I think nature's always going to win. So my advice is if you do have an alkaline soil, look for plants that are going to suit that soil as opposed to trying to grow the wrong plant in the wrong soil. My advice to you in that case would be grow that in a pot. There are other plants that fit into that category, skimmias, and I mean, the problem is with all these plants, they're gorgeous, and who wouldn't want them in their garden? Masses of colour, masses of very good evergreen foolproof plants, but they all like, as I say, a soil with a low pH. Pyrrhus, you all know the Pyrrhus forest flame, that's one called Katsura, an absolutely stunning one to flower. Or maybe you've got a very, very windy garden, which means you just absolutely can't grow the Japanese maples with their delicate foliage, and maybe that's what you want. The magnolias, of course, I mean, lovely, lovely spring colour. But these are all plants that, as I say, if your soil is wrong and if your soil is alkaline, don't try them. Try them in pots. And then of course you've got, I mean, look at the swollen buds here of the rhododendron. They're just about to burst into flower very, very soon. You have everything from the dwarf fellas, or the what's called the yak hybrids from the island of Yakushimanum in Japan. This is my personal favourite. It's one called Percy Wiseman. That'll get to about 3 or 4 feet. Now of course you do have them even more dwarf, which will stay even lower, right up to these guys, which are going to get to maybe 20 feet high. So rhododendrons cover a multitude, but again, as I say, with most rhododendrons, if your soil is alkaline, you would want to grow them in pots. But sometimes, of course, Mother Nature takes pity on us and throws us a lifeline. And what I mean by that is, sometimes a plant will develop a sport or a mutation or something that's tolerant of conditions that the genus normally isn't. And I bring it back to Germany 25 years ago, where a seedling was found growing in a nursery which in alkaline, limey soil, and it was doing far, far better than all the other seedlings. It has led to the development of this, which is what's called the Incaro rhododendron. You'll see it here. It was a lime-tolerant seedling, and not just lime-tolerant, but thrived in a limey soil. So they built up the numbers of this seedling, and now every rhododendron can be grafted onto this lime-tolerant Incaro rhododendron. This is a gorgeous one called Furnival's Daughter, lovely, lovely pink flowers that you'll see in the picture there that are going to come out soon. I have another one behind me, it's Bellini, with lovely creamy white flowers. But as I say, don't get too confused, because every hybrid of rhododendron, every variety of rhododendron can be grafted onto the Incaro. So now, as I say, nature's taken pity on us, and you can now grow your rhododendrons in an alkaline or limey soil.